Hello, you've caught me thinking about Christmas.
I love Christmas so much. My tree's been up since November. It's a time for giving, for eating the worst food, but the best food, for fake laughing at your half-drunk uncle's racist jokes.
But mostly it's a time for locking yourself away with a doomsday shelter's worth of Twiglets and playing all the games you missed throughout the year.
Because let's face it, no one has the time or the money to play every single big hitter that swaggers onto PS4, winking at you unobtainably from the now playing section of your friends' PSN profiles. And so what better way to catch up than by asking Santa to drop them down your chimney on Christmas Eve. However, don't go thinking that if a game is nestled under your tree that it's just for the holiday season. Treat them right, and this lot will see you good for months to come.
Here are 7 PS4 games that are for life, not just for Christmas.
First up is Skyrim Special Edition, a game that even looks like Christmas, what with all the snow and trees and underground ruins full of undead Nords and dragons. And bandits. Okay, so Skyrim may not be the cheeriest of places, but it's a land made for adventure, and with PS4 Special Edition, also made for looking way better than it used to.
Nothing beats cresting a hill in Skyrim and seeing the landscape unfurl before you, bathed in the light of the aurora and a moon the size of a big moon.
I put 300 hours into Skyrim on PS3, and 5 years later I'm well on my way to matching that on PS4. Simply put, if you've never played Bethesda's RPG masterpiece, or if you have, you need Skyrim Special Edition in your life. It's enormous, surprising, and full of wonderful unscripted moments you can talk to your friends about for ages.
So I was running away from this dragon and it chased me right into a giant camp. And then the dragon and the giant started fighting each other. It was just epic. You didn't like what a bard said to you, and so in retaliation you murdered everyone in Rorikstead. Good for you.
Number 2, Rise of the Tomb Raider 20th Anniversary Edition. What a stunning return this is from Lara Croft, a globe-hopping action-adventure with all the graphical pomp of Uncharted and all the Christmas spirit of an archaeologist killing bad men in faraway holiday destinations. And a Happy New Year!
PS4 Rise of the Tomb Raider was particularly special because we got to play as classic Lara.
Which reminded us of all those past Christmases we spent as children getting stuck on puzzles a bit too hard for us, all the while assuring Dad that yes, I definitely did want Tomb Raider for Christmas. No, I can do it, I just need to wait a few years for the internet to be populated with enough walkthroughs. Rise of the Tomb Raider, however, feels like what the series has been building to all these years. The puzzles are gentler, the action explosive but well-paced, and Lara as determined, likeable and hard as nails as ever before. Get it played. Oh man, I can't believe it's here, like actually really here, as in out and available to own, for real. The Last Guardian, one of the most original, intricate and beautiful games you'll ever play, really is the perfect Christmas present. Mostly that's because of Trico, the lovable companion who helps you puzzle and platform your way through the game's mysterious, haunting world.
These games have always been about relationships. Eco was about your relationship with Yorda.
Shadow of the Colossus was deeper and explored multiple relationships, Wanda and the girl, Wanda and the almost apologetic relationship with the majestic Colossi as he stabs them to death, Wanda and his ever-loyal equine companion Aggro. However, The Last Guardian takes all that up to 11. I think it's safe to say I've never had an attachment to a video game character, human or non-human, as much as I have Trico.
It's a story told through gameplay as well, a story that transcends spoken language.
It's all about the eyes for me, those deep, dark, saucer-like eyes, and the way the feathers rustle in the wind, and how he yawns just like my dog does, and how he's cheeky just like my badger.
Oh, come here, it's Christmas, I love you really. Will you get out? I'm trying to concentrate and I can't with you just standing there, looming.
You bought me the Debenhams gift card, Robert. You can help me choose something. Now, Do you think I should get the crockery set or the luxury goose down duvet?
Choices, they're both brilliant and difficult. In Dishonored 2, the next entry on our list, you make them pretty much every time you fire up the game. Do I sneak or do I go for the kill? Do I play as Emily or as Corvo? Do I go in through the front door or use a bunch of cool powers and slip in through the roof? The best thing is, no matter what your choice, Dishonored 2 is a wonderful, wonderful game, intricately designed, beautifully presented, and bristling with creative gameplay potential. Like the original, there are so many ways you can combine your character's supernatural talents to achieve your goal that the choice of whether or not to go sneaky or loud is reduced to being the first simple step on a sprawling flowchart of imaginative gameplay possibilities.
It's almost like Lego in the sense you're given the basic building blocks, domino, doppelganger, far reach for example, but are then encouraged to play outside the restraints of the instruction manual.
How you combine your powers is up to you and is Dishonored 2's standout attraction. Our advice though, make a decision on how you want to play and stick with it. There's nothing worse than indecisiveness.
Why don't you just get the duvet? Maybe it'll muffle the sound of your bloody snoring.
Oh, you really are an ungrateful little weasel, aren't you? How about I just take this stupid game back to the shop?
No.
I'll exchange it for Ellie Goulding's latest album. There. Well, I'm taking it back anyway. There's a spelling mistake in the title.
Look at my PS4's home screen. Look at these two games sitting next to each other. The Last Guardian, which we've already mentioned, and right there, Final Fantasy XV, a game I've been waiting for since it was announced back in 2006 as Final Fantasy Versus 13 for PS3. Now it's here, and holy Ramu, has it been worth the wait.
As predicted, I've not finished the story yet because I've spent about 70% of my current 50-hour playtime mucking about in the regalia doing side quests.
The world needs saving, does it? Well, Sanya needs me to collect some animal specimens, Dave needs me to find some dog tags, the world needs me to drive around and look at it for ages because it's so big and pretty. The main reason to play Final Fantasy XV, however, is the four-way bromance between main characters Noctis, Prompto, Ignis and Gladiolus. Some of the best Final Fantasy characters in the series' history as far as I'm concerned, who share a believable friendship continually reinforced by the gameplay. They link up together in battle, cracking wise the entire time. They hang out and socialise, be it fishing, cooking or just cruising for birds. These birds to kill. Plus, the dialogue and voice acting is genuinely funny and endearing.
Also, photos. Now, photo modes are huge in games nowadays. I post PS4 shares more than I do Instagrams. It's like an inclusive little virtual boast showing off all the cool stuff you're playing.
And so for Prompto to continually be taking awesome shots of your adventure for you to look through every time you camp is a genius inclusion. He not only negates the need for you to pause the game every 5 seconds to take a screenshot,
although I still do that.
His album is another cog in the machine that reinforces the relationship between the four leads. Oh yeah, and there's an epic story and you can summon gods and ride chocobos and all that. Basically, Final Fantasy XV is what you were waiting for, and if you find it nestled under your tree this year, you'll likely still be enjoying it next Christmas.
If you're after something a little less killy over the holidays, then you absolutely must play Dragon Quest Builders, a brilliant game that has absolutely no right to be anywhere near as good as it is.
You probably know Dragon Quest, a hugely popular Final Fantasy rivaling JRPG series that's been running for 30 years now. And you also probably know the build-em-up genre by now, procedural open worlds like Don't Starve or Minecraft that have you building bases out of material harvested from the land and surviving against the world's nasty inhabitants.
You wouldn't think to put those two things together, would you? But much like Dave and a bright orange squirrel onesie, somehow it just works.
With Dragon Quest Builders, it more than works, it's the perfect fit. Building up your town and then defending it, turn-based JRPG style against iconic anime monsters from the Dragon Quest series is phenomenally addictive. Plus, it's on PS Vita as well as PS4, so you can play it on the go. Please try it, I dare you not to fall in love. And finally, if you're looking for something a little more killy, all the killy in fact, and you haven't played it yet, then by God get Titanfall 2. In an era where we wondered whether or not we'd ever see another brilliant FPS single player campaign, Titanfall 2 dropped from the sky like a steel-clad fist of awesome and said, check me the hell out.
And aside from all the electric set pieces and imaginative gameplay ideas, it's got Titans in it for goodness sake. Merry Christmas.
Ho ho ho, hop on, let's blow everything up, and then let's do multiplayer together and get blown up. Whichever way you're playing, Titanfall 2 is a gorgeous, slick, perfectly balanced shooter with guns that feel wonderfully satisfying and a sense of silly, cinematic fun, the likes of which we haven't felt since Bulletstorm. You get the feeling that if you're not putting down your DualShock 4 with a massive, stupid grin on your face, then Titanfall 2 is not happy. Thankfully, you rarely will. And there we have it, 7 PS4 games that are for life, not just for Christmas. Let us know in the comments what you're hoping to find under your tree on the morning of December the 25th. Give us a like because it's the season of goodwill. And thanks for watching these videos throughout 2016. I'm taking a 2-week break now to finish Final Fantasy 15 and eat mince pies. But I'll see you in the new year for more Friday feature fun. Happy Christmas.